we will start first to present from what we call Maha Parinibbana Sutta. Maha Parinibbana Sutta, it's from the Digha Nikaya, long discourses. Okay, Digha, it means long. Digha Nikaya, it's the long distance and discourse, and this is the number 16. Okay, and this is long discourse. It's long story that it's starting something. And this is actually the few months before Buddha is passing away, the time that Buddha passing away, and a little bit after this. So it's starting maybe almost 1 year before the Buddha, the story starting almost 1 year before Buddha passing away. And then telling the story that Buddha starts from Rajgir, from the south, something like the place where he get enlightened. Okay, this is the area that he used to be. And then he start to travel to the north till he come to Kusinagar, and in Kusinagar he passing away. And many different stories, interesting things happen on the way, that he's doing this trip together with a group of monks. Ananda is also there. And Buddha sharing with Ananda different things, explaining different things, giving different instructions, and explaining different things. But what I want to talk today about, start the explanation from part 6. In part 6, this is the subject is the passing away. Okay, the passing away. It's nearly the Buddha come to pass away. He makes some conversation with Ananda. Make some talk with Ananda. Okay, so maybe Lisa, you start to read, and then I will explain on this.
Part 6, the passing away. Now the Blessed One spoke to the Venerable Ananda, saying, "It may be, Ananda, that to some among you the thought will come, ended is the word of the Master. We have a Master no longer. But it should not, Ananda, be so considered. For that which I have proclaimed and made known as the Dhamma and the discipline, that shall be your Master when I am gone."
Okay, let's talk about this first one. Okay, what actually the Buddha say? This is something like talking about the respecting of the teacher. Okay, the Buddha said to Ananda that when I will die, something like there is no replacement to the teacher, to the leader. There is no one to follow him or to go after him or to see him as example. Okay, so this is, you see here, it's already talking about subject of leadership or eldership. Okay, so the Buddha said to Ananda, maybe in the future when I will die, you think, oh, there is no any teacher, what we should do, who we should follow. And the Buddha said, don't think like this, because actually I teach you the way. So the Buddha said, Dhamma and discipline, it means Dhamma and Vinaya. Dhamma, it's the teaching of the meditation, of the practice, and the Vinaya, it means the precept, the rules that behave, that are not making bad, making good. Okay, so all these rules that 227 precepts that the monk have, how the people have to behave with the 5 precepts, with the 8 precepts, the samanent, and all these things, this mean discipline. And then we talk about Dhamma, it means what kind of meditation, concentration, vipassana, and all this, what we call in the sutta. So you will have the sutta and you have the Vinaya, the precept, and you should follow them. It means you should follow the teaching. You should not follow someone. Okay? But you see that it's talking about, that we don't have someone to follow him, to be his example for us. So the Buddha said to him, don't worry, because you are not following person, you are following the teaching. The precept, you keep the precept, and you follow the teaching of the maybe eightfold path, let's say, okay? Sila Samadhi Panya. So this is how they start a conversation in this case, okay? This is just part of all the conversation that they have for about 1 year. But I took only this part to explain something, to show something. Yeah, and then they continued, the Buddha continued to explain something. Please.
And Ananda, whereas now the bhikkhus address one another as friend, let it not be so when I am gone. The senior bhikkhus Ananda may address the junior ones by their name, their family name, or as friend. But the junior bhikkhus should address the senior ones as Venerable Sir or Your Reverence.
You see, this is something like continue the same idea of seniority. Before we talk about this, you don't have a leader, you don't have someone to worship, you don't have some teacher or someone to follow as example. Now the Buddha said that when I'm teaching you, so I'm the teacher of everybody. So you are treating each other like a friend. But what will be is when I will go, the Buddha said, when I will die, after I die, you should not continue to be like this. It's very important to have seniority. It's very, very important for your ego, your proud. Even suppose 2 monks, the ordaining, and 1 monk ordained maybe 1 minute after the other one. The one that is ordained first, he will be the leader. Something like leader, but not exactly leader. Like he will be the one that is ordained later, have to prostrate or to pay respect to the elder one. So we are as a monks, now when the Buddha is not there, we have to pay respect to each other according to how many years, how many days, how many minutes we are monks. And it doesn't matter. I'm actually now 61 years old. And Tuot, the monk from Frankfurt, is younger than me. But still I have to prostrate to him. I call him Tan. Tan, it means venerable. He can call me Ofer, Ofer, okay? But I should call him venerable, okay? This is actually the idea. Even he's younger than me. Even if we both ordained in the same day, we both in the same hours, together in the same ordinations, but he was before me, still I will have to pay respect to him. And this is very, very important because it's coming to overcome our ego, okay? Our pride, our jealousy, and all these things. And soon you see what I mean about it, okay? Please, so we continue to the next things.
If it is desired, Ananda, the Sangha may, when I am gone, abolish the lesser and minor rules.
Okay, one moment, we continue. I just want to go back to the number 2 about terms, about wording, okay? So we have the word auso and we have the word bante. Auso, it's a friend, okay? And bante, it's like elders or venerable one, okay? So the youngest monk, he called to the elder monk bante, okay? And the elder monk called to the younger monk auso. This is the terms that we are using, okay? So this is about number 2. Number 3, what the Buddha said to Ananda here is that in the future, we have 227 precepts that the Buddha said, I gave you. But what will be in the future is that things will change around the world and some precepts will not be relevant. It will not be easy for you and suitable for you to keep them. And if the Sangha will find out that it's suitable to change, they probably will change it. But the problem in these things, in this sentence, is that the Ananda, he did not ask the Buddha which minor precept. So the monks, after the Buddha passed away, when the monk, they gather, the Buddha Ananda said to the monks that the Buddha told them that in the future might change the precept. But so the monks, they asked the Ananda, which precept we can change. And Ananda said, I'm sorry, I did not ask the Buddha which precept exactly. So the monks say we should write everything, all the precept, and in the future, if something will change, it will change. So that's why we still have all the rules. But some rules you can see by yourself. If you get close to the monk, you see that they cannot keep 100% all the precept. It's not possible. I give you a simple example for the money things. If, for example, I'm in Israel and I will not be, because the precept say that the monk cannot touch money. But if I will be in Israel without bank account, I will break precept. I will break the rule of the country. And then they can even put me, I don't know, in jail or whatever, because it's like a black money. So in this case, I must have bank account. But it's against the rule of the monk. So what to do in this case? You have to solve the problem. So you have to let go. Okay, you have to go in between. So this is actually what number 3 say, okay? And then we continue to see something very, very strange, something unconnected to all the story. Please, number 4.
Ananda, when I am gone, let the higher penalty be imposed upon the bhikkhu jhana.
Okay, what Buddha said to Ananda, suddenly he sees something. He says something which is not connected to the story. He said, oh, don't forget that after I will die, the monks have to punish bhikkhu jhana. Okay, soon I explain you who is bhikkhu jhana. Okay, but maybe we continue, go up. Just to continue to finish this one. Yeah. Then
But
Ananda asked him, what is actually the punishment that we have to do? What is the penalty? What we have to punish him? How we should punish him? What the Buddha say?
But what, Lord,
please.
is the higher penalty? The bhikkhu jhana, Ananda, may say what he will, but the bhikkhus should neither converse with him, not exhort him, nor admonish him.
Okay, you see what Ananda asked him, how we should punish him, what kind of penalty, what kind of punishment we have to punish, because the Buddha said to Ananda, you have to give him the highest punishment. So Ananda asked, what is the highest punishment that we have to punish jhana? The Buddha say, you should ignore him. You should don't talk with them, don't put them aside. Whatever he will talk to you, even if he makes something bad, don't tell him anything. He makes something good, don't ignore him. Okay, take him something like you don't consider him. Whatever he will do, don't talk to him. Okay. And then now, just to explain this kind of idea, first you see there is no any connections to our story. What suddenly the Buddha is talking about to punish someone. Okay, well, what he remember just now to tell Ananda, don't forget, after I will die, you have to punish jhana. And why the Buddha is not explaining to jhana? If you want to punish him, you have to explain him something. Okay, so soon I will explain all these things. Okay, what happened? Why this sentence coming here? What is the reason that this sentence coming here? But who is this jhana? Jhana actually is the man that take care for the horse of the Buddha. He was very, very close to the Buddha. He was something like, I don't say friend, but he was very, very related to the Buddha when they was young. Actually, jhana, Ananda, and the Buddha, they have the same birthday. They was the same age. It means that if now the Buddha is 80 years old, jhana also is 80 years old, Ananda also 80 years old. We are talking about people which is very, very old now. Jhana was in certain time, if you remember the story that the Buddha, he left home with his horse, and then he asked the men that taking care for the horse to bring him back home. Okay, so this was the jhana that we are talking about. This is the Buddha. He exchanged the things with them. He gave them back and said, "Go to my father. Tell him that I left my home. I don't want to be monk anymore." And so, by the way, just to let you know, the horse himself also was the same age of the Buddha. It means the Buddha was 29 years old when he left home. The horse also was 29 years old. He came back home. He had heart attack. Heart broken because Buddha left him, and he died. He didn't go into the house again, into the palace again. He died outside the gate, on the western side. And then they put a stupa for him. Okay, this is the horse. He was that time 29 years old. He born in the same time of Chana, Ananda, Buddha. The wife of the Buddha also born in the same times. The Bodhi born in the same times. The 7 things born in the same times. So Chana was one of them. And Chana, what happened to him? That he was very, very close to the Buddha. So he forgot himself. He started jealous from the other monks that get close to the Buddha. And then he was so much proud, conceit. Okay, he was very, very stolz. Because he was so close to the Buddha, he feel that the Buddha is something like, I'm nearby the lion, I'm friend of the lion. Okay, and this was the problem with the Chana. And the Buddha, he tried to teach him, he could not teach him. Buddha say, only after I will die, you are the monk will be able to teach him. Okay, so this is actually, you see something like it's not connected. But if you see very clear, you can see how much it connected to the seniority that we are talking about. And to explain it more deep, we will go now down to another place in the sutta, which is the Dhammapada itself. Okay, the Dhammapada. Dhammapada number 78. And in the Dhammapada 78 is the story about the elder Chana. We are going to talk about why the Buddha want to punish Chana. What is the reason? What happened at the time? Okay. So we will go down and then we will start maybe to read and I explain.
Do not associate with
So maybe
evil. Do not associate with evil companions. Do not seek the fellowship of the fool. Associate with good friends. Seek the fellowship of noble persons.
Actually, what the Buddha say here, it's 2 things. In one thing, he refer to the stupid person, okay, the foolish person. And the Buddha say, don't associate with foolish. Okay. Second things, he talk about encourage us to associate with the good people, to seek the noble people, to look for them, so we can learn from them. Okay. So Buddha said this kind of sentence. He actually said this sentence few times. So when we see when the Buddha say this sentence and what is related, this sentence related to our story. Please.
This Dhamma teaching was given by the teacher while he was in residence at Jetavana with reverence to the elder Chana.
Okay, now you see before we take the sutta, which is nearby the passing away of the Buddha. Okay, before we just talk about Maha parinibbana Sutta. Now we are talking about another time, not so nearby the passing of the Buddha. Maybe they are younger. Okay, there was younger monks. Chana, after Buddha left home, he also somehow, together with the other family members, he joined to the Buddha, he became a monk. Okay? So in the very beginning, before Buddha left home, he was just a serving. He was just helping, taking care for the horse. But when Buddha became a monk, he joined to the order and he's very happy because he have his friend. His friend is the leader. We was very, very close friend, and I give a lot of service to this master. Okay, so in certain time, the Buddha say this sentence to Chana. He say, don't associate with the bad people, okay? And look for the good people to associate with them. And then this occasion, the Buddha, where he was in north of India, in the place called Savatthi. This is the Jeta Grove, this is Anathapindika, the millionaire that he gave to the Buddha. So the Buddha sitting there, and he talk this sentence connected to jhana. What happened? Why the Buddha have to tell him this?
It seems that the elder Channa once speak bad about the two chief disciples, saying, "Ever since I went forth with our noble master and made the great renunciation, I did not criticize any no one. But now these two elders go about saying, I am Sariputta, I am Moggallana, we are the chief disciples."
You see what happened to him? He is so close to the Buddha and so strong, so proud, that he start to create like jealousy about people, other monks, which is close to the Buddha. Actually, it can be that even not Sotapan. He's even not Sotapan. But he so feel I'm the friend of the master. Okay? I'm all the time he treat me like his friend. And now there is other one that coming and say, "Oh, we are very good." Even the Buddha himself, he speak good about them. So he start to get like jealousy and anger about these situations. How come other people became close to the Buddha? I'm more than them. See how the proud can control the people in this case. So not only that he was thinking like this, he even start to speak about this. And he gave us an excuse. He said, I don't talk bad about anyone. But these two, there is reason to talk about bad about them. Because they are so proud. They are so telling, I'm close to the Buddha. I'm a chief disciple of the Buddha. But actually all these things coming from jealousy. Okay, from proud. He thinks that he and the Buddha is actually so close to each other. So no one should be, the Buddha should not promote anyone else. Okay? Please continue.
Learning from the bhikkhus what the elder Channa was doing, the Buddha sent for him and admonished him. For a moment he was silent, but immediately afterwards went out and resumed his abuse of the elders.
You see what the Buddha says? One moment. You see, the Buddha is not correcting him. When the Buddha, he was first hearing that this happened, that the China is talking out of conceit and talking bad about so great people. Actually, Sariputta and Moggallana, they're enlightened. They are the most clever and most strong in the concentration, but they are humble. But he's so jealous that he don't control himself. And he's so feeling close to the Buddha that he cannot control himself. Okay, it's something like this controlling him, actually. So the Buddha, he come and talk to him. He said, don't do this. It's not good. But actually, the Maha is controlling him. You know, the jealousy and the conceit, the ego, so strong that he cannot understand what the Buddha said to him. So Buddha said to him something, but in the moment that the Buddha talked to him, maybe he's thinking, oh, why they do this, and then you don't really listen to the Buddha, yeah, because he's so feel I'm close to the lion, so I have advantage on others. Okay. Please.
The teacher sent for him and admonished him the second time and again the third time, saying, Channa, in the two chief disciples, you have friends who are good men, the best of men. Make friends of such good men and follow only such. So
you
saying,
see what? Yeah, one moment, okay? Before we continue, so saying, you see what the Buddha, I told you that the sentence that the Buddha is telling is divided on two parts. One part is not to associate with the foolish. The other one is look for the great people to associate with them. So now the Buddha encouraged Chana and tell him, look for them, get close to them. You can learn a lot from them. But he is trapped, he is blind by the jealousy, by conceit. And why I'm so close to the Buddha, nobody should get close to the Buddha, okay? So he cannot listen to this idea that the Buddha tell him, associate with them, okay? So we continue, please. So saying,
he taught the Dhamma by pronouncing the following verse. Do not associate with evil companions. Do not seek the fellowship of the fool. Associate with good friends. Seek the fellowship of noble persons.
you see, this is the Buddha. When he talked to Chana, he all the time he mentioned this sentence. He not only tell Chana, don't talk like this. It's not good that you are talking like this. He repeating this sentence. He give this instruction to Chana again and again and again, at least 3 times. So Chana is listening to this, what we are listening now. Hearing this sentence. Don't go with the bad people. Go with the good people. Look for them. But what happens is that it's not coming inside them because he's occupied or blind with the ego, the conceit, and the jealousy. So he don't capable to hear, to get through this sentence. But other monk, they're also hearing this sentence. So what happened? Because they have the open eyes to listen or to open the ear to listen. So what happened to them?
At the end of the teaching, many reached the fruition of stream entry and so on.
You see, so Tapan, Sakatakami, Anagami, and Ajarn, they just was hearing this sentence. Don't go with the bad, go with the good. Already they could get Sotapan, they could get Sakatakami, Anagami, and Ajarn. But he's still blocked by jealousy and conceit, by ego, okay? This should be very painful, but he cannot avoid it because it's just blocking. So what the Buddha said to Ananda, please.
But the elder Chana, even after he had heard the teacher's admonition, went out and reviled and abused the elders precisely as before. The bhikkhus reported the matter to the teacher.
Okay, you see what happened? How much the Buddha explained again and again and again. It's not only that he keep it in his mind, and it's not only that this jealousy and conceit stay in his mind. It's come to be by the speech and action. Okay, so strong, he was affected by this jealousy and conceit. Okay, and then
the teacher said, Bhikkhus, so long as I remain alive, you will not be able to teach Chana. After my passing away, however, you will succeed.
You see what the Buddha said? As long as I am alive, Sariputta and Moggallana alive, Chana will never change. He will not be able, he blocked, because I'm too close to him. He feels too close to me. He blocked by this is making conceit. So when I'm still alive, he feel, oh, this is my friend, okay? The second thing, you think that in the same times, as long as Moggallana and Sariputta is there, they will be the objects to be jealousy about. Because it's like attachment in the mind that cannot let go. So he blocked. So the Buddha said to the monk, okay, to Ananda, as long as I am alive, it will not be possible that he will let go. He is conceit. You cannot teach him. Okay, but please.
When the Buddha was close to the parinibbana, the Venerable Ananda asked the teacher, Venerable Sir, how shall we deal with the elder Chana? Then the teacher directed Ananda to give the elder Chana the supreme punishment.
Okay, so you see now we are coming back. This is another source that explaining what we was reading in the Maha Parinibbana Sutta. Already the Buddha, long time before, the Buddha said that in the future, after I will go, the monk will have to teach, to give him the punishment of the isolating, okay? Not to talk to him, and then you can teach him. So, but this will be after I will go. And now we are coming nearby the time that the Buddha is going to die, and the Buddha telling the Ananda, don't forget to punish Chana, so you can teach him by this. Okay, this is the way that you will teach him. Okay, so
after the passing away of the teacher, Chana could not bear the isolation. Therefore, he went to Venerable Ananda. The elder Ananda pronounced the sentence that the Buddha teaches him. While Chana was hearing the sentence, he overwhelmed with sorrow and sadness at the thought of having fallen after being explained by the teacher 3 times. He cried out to Ananda, "Please do not punish me, Venerable Sir," and thereafter changed his behavior and performed his duties faithfully. In no long time he reached arahantship, together with the analytic knowledges.
You see what happened? As long as Buddha already knew it. He said, as long as I'm alive, Sariputta and Moggallana alive, he blocked. He's not capable to be taught. And it shows you how much is important respecting elders, the simplicity and to take out the proud from each other. Why I'm going very good, I know many chanting, I know I'm very close to my teacher, and I'm very important. But in this case, the Buddha said to us, don't think like this. You have to think seniority, respect the seniority. Okay, so you take out your pride. And then you see that in the moment that the Chana, he don't have the teacher nearby him. So he don't have, I'm close to the master. It's something like stay alone now. In the same time, you don't have Moggallana and Sariputta to be jealous about. So in the moment that the monk, they something like isolate him, they put him aside, they don't talk to him, they ignore him, he starts to feel the pain because it's not important anymore. There is no any reason for him to be important. He don't have any base to be important. Before, when he was, let's say, a very close relationship to the teacher, to the master, so we have something like to hold, I still have reason to be proud of myself. But when the Buddha go, suddenly nobody want to talk to him. And then what happened when Ananda said to him this sentence? He said, of course we don't talk to you, because we don't talk to the stupid people. We don't talk to the foolish people. So in this case, it's something like talk to him. Of course I don't talk to you, because I don't associate with foolish people. Nobody wants to associate with you because you are foolish. But another way, when the Buddha told you associate with Sariputta and Moggallana, he told you associate with the good people. So you see that this sentence actually based by 2 things. One, it's directly to, both of them directly to Chana, to teach him. One say, I don't talk to you because you are foolish. Another one, you should associate and look for the friendship with these 2 clever monks. So when Chana was hearing this, after he feels so painful of something like this, suddenly put them down. Nobody want to talk to him. You don't have any owner. You don't have any base for this proud. And in the same time, there is no reason to be jealous about anyone, because Sariputta and Moggallana, they are not alive. 6 months ago, they passed away. So all this ignorant that he was trapped, that he was old, is go away. So that's why when just Ananda told him one sentence, the same sentence that the Buddha was repeating so many times that he was not capable to listen, now it's touched him exactly. And this is also open his eyes. Then he was practicing, and you see he get enlightened, and not only that he get enlightened, he also has supernormal powers. So this is something like two suttas that they're related to each other, because sometimes we read and they say, oh, the Buddha said, give a chana the penalty, the punishment. But what is the connection of this sentence? Okay, and also why Buddha said to the monk, you should give honor to each other. The elders monks, the younger monk have to give respect to the older monk. Why? To cut the ego, to cut the conceit, the proud, and all the time to think I'm better than him, he's better than me. No, we are just, it's depend on how many years you are monk, how many minutes you are monk, if you want, even like this. Okay, so this is something that I thought that it's good for you to listen and to hear today. Any questions? Bitte schön.
So, Ofer, can I ask a question?
Please.
So these rules, it's two different things if you are a monk or if you are not a monk. Because, of course, in my life, I'm 60 now, and I have a lot of very old and good friends, which probably a monk would consider foolish because they drink alcohol and they make party and they do whatever people do in ordinary life. So if I would follow this strictly, I would not have any friends, I'm afraid, because they behave improper every now and then. And so I think I do not associate with very bad people, but I do definitely associate with people who do not behave like monks. So it's a little bit of a trouble. What shall I do, you know? And I do not want to give up my social life. What do you recommend?
I think that it depends how strong you are. If you are a weak person, they might drop you. If you are a strong person, you might show them example and you can help them to grow up. You understand? For people which are strong and they have the confidence, they opposite. It's good for them to associate sometimes with the bad people, so they come with compassion to help them. But if you are weak, it's very dangerous for you. You might drop. If you don't have confidence or whatever, you doubt, maybe you fell down. So it's risky. But if you are strong, I think not only that you don't you run away from them, it's by compassion you go with them. So then maybe somehow you can help them to grow up.
Thank
maybe
you.
You
yeah,
don't
this
change
is
them.
exactly...
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Maybe you don't change them
happens.
totally, but somehow you can help them.
Yes, this is what happens exactly, actually, that people come to me and sometimes in tears they say that I helped them change their life. It happened many times, actually. So thank you for this advice. And so I need to remain strong and teach the Dhamma and help people.
But if for example, people have children, it's very sensitive. If they don't show exactly that their children, they might deal with mafia or something. So better don't let your children go with the mafia people or something, drugs, because they easy can attract it and tomorrow they come and smoke. They want to be like their friend, okay? So they're influenced by them. So that's why if you talk about yourself and you know yourself as strong, then it's out of compassion. You don't hesitate to go, I'm a monk, I'm not afraid to come to the war place. Mm-hmm. Understand? Otherwise, if I don't have confidence, I would not come back to Israel. And many people, they tell me in Thailand, stay, but I'm strong in my mind. So opposite, I'm bringing myself here so I can help to people. I don't afraid dying or not dying. You understand? This is something like almost the same, different way, but almost the same things. Okay? Please, welcome. Bitte schön.
Prof, I have a question.
Yes,
What
please.
if like these, I don't know, family members themselves are like this, you know, like very problematic, very like prone to anger, very aggressive, abusive, and all those kinds of things, like what to do in those cases?
You see, first you have like duty, okay? You have duty. It's mean what mean your duty? If you are mother, you have a children's. So the mother have to be mother for her children's all the time. It doesn't matter if the children's they take drugs, whatever they do, they go to the jail. The mother, she's a mother. If you are a daughter, so you have a duty of a daughter. You have to respect your mother. It doesn't matter what. If you feel anger about your mother because she's prostitute, you will suffer.
Mhm.
She's prostitute, her duty, her things. But you are still a daughter of the prostitute, and you will be a daughter of her. You will not be judged for her. Okay? If your father is killing, I don't know, whatever you do, you are the daughter of the killer, but you are a daughter. So you have duty. Because why? This is your karma, and if you will have anger to your father because he's killing all the day or whatever he's doing that you don't like, or you think it's not correct, and maybe it's really not correct, but you are still the daughter. If you will feel anger about them, you will suffer. You will suffer from pain, you will suffer from sickness very often. You should be upeka. You should help them. You should understand. Even you are a wife and your husband is betrayed you, you're still a wife. You should not go with another man. As long as you marry, you should not go with another man because you will fail as a wife. Even if he's going every day with another woman. He became sick. You go take care for him. But every day you go with another, so never give me money or whatever. This is his problem. This is your karma this is the situation. But if you will go against, you will get there. Everything like this, even the government. Suppose they take from you too much tax. If you cheat the government, you are breaking precept. You say, why? But it's not justice. This is tax is not justice, it's wrong. Okay? But only in the one thing's important. If the people, suppose the government will request you to break the 5 main precepts, then you go with the Dharma. If the government tell you should kill, better you stay neutral. There is a story about one woman talking about, I think, Holocaust or whatever, I don't know. Then she have 2 children. Then this Nazi, he say, take the gun. If you have to kill one boy, you choose which boy you want. I think this is the story of Sophie or something like this. Okay, someone told me this, I don't know, I think movie they make on this. You take and you kill one. If you don't kill, I kill you and your daughter, something like this, your children. But if you choose, at least one of them stay alive. She's a mother, she should stay neutral. You want to kill all of us. You want to kill me, kill me. You want to kill the children, kill children. I'm not going to kill anyone. I'm not going to kill one child to say, this child don't kill and this child kill. This now belongs to me. I stay neutral. You see, so sometimes if the rule or if the government will tell me, go to the army, kill people, I say, I'm sorry. Put me in the jail. I'm not going to kill anyone. Because it's against the 5 precepts. Okay, if the government say, you should go and steal from your friend now, this is law in the country. I say, I'm sorry, I cannot kill. If you want to put me in the jail, I cannot steal from my friend. Even he will steal from me, I will not steal for him. Understand? So you have the rule of the Dhamma, you have your duty in your nature, okay? And the rest, some things is very sensitive. How to behave, to go this, not to go this, da, 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 da. Here you have to use your mindfulness. So the mindfulness will be your flashlight in the more small details. Okay?
Yeah, in this case, like for example, what if it's like a sibling? Like,
Sibling?
yeah, it's one of my siblings, and well, it's actually my brother. I have tried to help him, but I really cannot really help him because I mean, there's just very little that I can do because the problems that he has, that they are like things that are consequences of his own actions. And yeah, just kind of like at some point I became overwhelmed because it was just like he was like demanding too much of me, but there was really nothing that I could do. And I was feeling like really conflicted because I was like, I cannot really help, but I also really cannot do nothing. And it's also kind of like bringing me out of balance because, you know, all of those things at the end, at the moment I decided to take some distance because I'm like, there's not much I can do. And also on the other hand, I just recognize that it's like he needs to be responsible of his own actions. And there's not much I can do. And I told him like, I'm so sorry. At the moment, I cannot really help you. I also have to deal with my own things. I hope that you do well. And I took told him I need to take some distance. But then he just completely ignored me and stopped replying to me. And I also I feel like a little bit weird about it.
Oh, that's why you have to learn to be upekkha, neutral. You see, I can say, "Oh, I'm not happy. I want to control my aging, never get old. But why I can get old? I'm not happy about it. You see, I cannot control even myself. How can I control my feeling? This is his responsibility. You help how much you help. You cannot help more than this. So sometimes you have to know, I did my best. I cannot do more than this. You understand? I help you with a drug one time. I help you with a drug second time. But you continue like this. I'm sorry. You cannot complain that I didn't told you. You cannot complain that I didn't try to help you. You are gambling, losing so much money. I'm not going to fall together with you. I try already. I try to help you with it. My thinking to send you loving kindness. I try to help you with my speech to tell you should not do this. And also I try to help you maybe with money. I gave you some money, but I cannot control you. Okay? You also have to change by yourself. So don't put the responsibility of your fail on me. But sometimes you even cannot say this. You just stay neutral and don't take personal. That's why I say I can get upset about my body because he never listened to me. So in the same time, you upset about your brother because he's never listened to you. But you see, in non-self, I cannot control my body. How can I control my sibling? I have to be neutral sometimes to let the body get old. I try to help my body not to get old as much as I can. But I know that I will die sometime. Understand? So you have to understand your brother is his own responsible to himself. But you are as a sister trying to do the best, but you cannot do more than the best. And for sure not to get angry and frustrated because you cannot control it.
I accepted that already. That's why, because I mean, I've been trying like for years to try to help him because I was feeling like this, like, oh, it's my duty and all those things. But then I came to realization actually some months ago that, you know what, it's really, I just cannot. This is like a huge wall that I'm trying to break, and it's not possible. So yeah, but I was having a little bit.
Your duty. No, when you say that this is your duty, you was right. But you have limited how far we should go. It's not your duty to make him young, you understand? Your duty is to try to help him, but the word try, it's very important because it's important what he's doing also.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
This is your duty, but you have to know where is your limited, how much you need to help. And that's why I say if you will be mindful, you know where is the boundary, where is the border,
Yeah,
how much to go, you understand?
yeah. Yeah, the thing is that also in Mexican families, we have like these weird things, like we always carry with our family burdens. And then also I get a little bit pressure from my parents, like, oh, you're doing so well. Why don't you help your brother? And that is also stressful to receive from.
I understand. But if you will be mindful and you build the confidence, you will know also not to get this pressure on your head. In one side, you should help. This is your duty as a sister to help. But you should know where is the limited. Because if you destroy yourself, it's not mean that you really help. It's his responsibility. You understand? So if you have the confidence, you will know where is the boundary by yourself. If you use mindfulness, you will know where is your limited and where is the boundary.
Yeah.
But that's correct one thing, that this is your duty. But what the meaning of duty? How far you can go. If my father drinking alcohol all the time, yeah, I'm not angry about him. Even I not judge him. I try to help him many times. But I'm sorry, he will die from alcohol for sure. And this, at least I'm not angry, I'm not judging, I'm not criticizing, I'm not complaining. But I still try to help how much I can. I cannot help more than this.
Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome. Bitte schön. Anyone else? Bitte schön. Good. So if no question, again, I want to say thank you very much. And I appreciate, I say thank you very much about the idea with the telephone, that even we don't have connection here, but somehow we could make it with this telephone, cellular phone. And I wish for all of you that from all the good things that you are doing, the wisdom, that all these things will be conditioned for you for Maha, Pala, and Nirvana, that you find the real happiness as soon as get out from all kind of suffering. Thank you very much. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.